Wherever you go, hunger is there. In 1984, 3 people in our community decided to make a difference. They founded the FoodBank of Monmouth and Ocean counties in a small warehouse in Spring Lake. By the end of its first year, the FoodBank served 25 charities with over 100,000 pounds of food.
It initially started with just Christmas and Easter, but food is needed 12 months a year.
When I first got involved in the food bank, I was totally unaware of not the hunger problem nationwide, but locally. I didn't really think that the problem was as large as it really is.
Me and my 6 children, we wind up living in a hotel. They gave me a shopping cart full of food, and it was so encouraging and so loving. I said, oh wow, I wish I could do this for someone else.
The food bank relies on individuals. It relies on the business people. So it really is something that becomes a center or an integral part of the community.
The restaurateurs enjoy being involved with the food bank because when you make your living in food, it's nice to also be able to give back. And I decided to put together an event which involved the restaurant community called the Culinary Classic that would raise some serious money for the food bank.
These events support programs like culinary training, which has given over 300 adults employable skills upon graduation. And this year celebrates its 40th graduating class.
It means I'll be better prepared when I get into the industry to own my own business, so it's a good training and heads up for me.
With tremendous community support, the food bank continued to grow. By 1988, the network grew to serve 161 charities. Today, Food Bank continues to support charities like Lunch Break.
The food bank is the gatherer of food. So they serve essentially as our warehouse. And we, as one of their agencies, have a partnership where we're the distributor of food.
In 1993, the food bank distributed 1 million pounds of food and reached nearly 2 million by 1998. With its warehouse bursting at the seams, it was time for a new facility.
We were in a very small building, really not set up efficiently at all.
Typical old warehouse, concrete, cement floor, cold.
Construction of the Neptune warehouse began in 2000.
With the new location and distribution, we've come a long, long way.
We've evolved from an organization with a lot of passion, a lot of desire, to one of the best run food banks in the country.
Throughout the next decade, the food bank expanded its efforts to find sustainable solutions for hunger. The food bank garden, food stamp outreach, the mobile pantry, and the backpack weekend food program. It became a 4-star charity in 2009 and reached over 127,000 individuals annually.
We're looking at more comprehensive solutions. We're looking to make sure that we address some of the root causes of hunger, whether it be poverty, whether it be just really the lack of financial access that families have that prevent them from shopping the way you and I shop at our local markets.
So many people who have given in the past are now in need.
On October 29, 2012, Superstorm Sandy brought hurricane-force winds, storm surge, and rain to coastal New Jersey. The food bank was ready. In the first 4 weeks alone, it distributed 1 million meals, prepared thousands of hot meals, and delivered disaster kits and other critical items to the hardest-hit areas.
Most people would refer to this area as ground zero. 55% of all ratables lost in Sandy were lost right here in Toms River.
Well, as the storm fades in people's memory, the food bank still needs to be there. I know, for example, in Brick Township here in Ocean County, there's 1,700 families that are still out of their homes.
They're paying mortgages and they're also paying rent for apartments. And that's put a burden of financial stress on them that's unbearable for the average human being.
We're in a tough spot. It's great to know that they're there, and all it takes is a phone call, and the next thing I know, it's whatever they have that we need.
In 2013, the food bank distributed over 1 million pounds of fresh produce. But because our community's needs go beyond hunger, the food bank launched free tax preparation and health insurance outreach.
These are the things that really are just really first steps in addressing what's a much more complex problem. This is an amazing community here. We care about our neighbors and we care about solving problems.
The lady who came to the church, she had a mink coat on. And she said she needed food, and I gave her the food. And she came to me and hugged me and cried, and she said, I said, why are you crying? She said, you didn't ask me, question me. I said, it's not for me to question you, sweetheart. You need food, you receive food.
This year, the food bank expects to distribute more than 9 million pounds of food.
They've just been a tremendous, tremendous source of comfort and an absolute spectacular resource.
But I really hope that we can transition from an immediate response to really addressing more of the root causes.
In the short term, I really want to see the food bank be able to continue its growth. Long term, I want the food bank out of business. I want the day to come when this isn't necessary.
The ideal goal that you don't need us anymore, or the community doesn't need us anymore, we should work towards that for sure, but we'll be here as long as we need it.